accountant. I am also a tax strategist, and I've been in the finance industry for over 18 years. As a solopreneur, right, or someone who's an entrepreneur. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Tax Takeover. I'm super excited about tonight's episode because this is more of a relational talk, right? We're going to have a talk about my journey in corporate America and my exit from corporate America. And I'm going to walk you through how I was able to successfully transition from an accountant, corporate accountant, into becoming a fractional or a part-time CFO for small business owners, right? So again, welcome to the Tax Takeover. I hope you had a wonderful break. We also took a break for the holiday. So I hope you had time to recoup and rejuvenate. And again, today is going to be a little different from what you're accustomed to. But I encourage you to stay until the end because I'm going to be making a special announcement at the end of the video. Okay, so tonight's topic is all about my journey from becoming an accountant to a fractional CFO for small businesses. Okay, the reason why this is important to me is because I'm going to share my journey, and I feel like I've never really shared that on this platform. I have shared it on other platforms, but not really on the Tax Takeover, right? Um, so I'm trying to make it brief, y'all. But I love accounting, I love finance, I love taxes. So I may dwell on some areas for a little longer than I should, but I promise you I'm gonna try to make it brief, right? So I want to start by saying like where it all started. So if you see my intro video, right, you know that it kind of all started with my dad. I used to watch my dad do taxes on the side while he was in the military, and he did that, I don't know, call it for about 15 years. And what I would see is that people would come over to our home and they would sit down at the dining room table. There was just a bunch of papers flying around, right? And just long hours of my dad processing taxes. Now, I can honestly say that that was not sexy at the time. I was like, no, I'm not signing up for that. Doesn't seem to be fun at all. But lo and behold, when I went off to college, which I was supposed to be a lawyer. That's right. I started my college career taking up legal studies. And then I took a business law class. And then because I wanted to do business law, I also was encouraged to take an accounting course or some type of other business related course. And I was like, I'll take accounting and fell in love with accounting. Go figure, right? And so from there on, I just changed my major into that of accountancy. And so I got my business administration degree, and then I went to work for Caterpillar. So at Caterpillar, I was an accounts receivable analyst. And what an accounts receivable analyst is, I was responsible for like collecting the payments on our invoices. And you can see how that can be mundane, right? And not probably the nicest job to have either. Like everybody hates the bill collector. I remember like just jokingly telling one of my friends, we're still close today, because she was in accounts payable and she used to get like gifts and baskets, and like I never got anything, y'all, because I was the bill collector, right? So but she used to share with me, so that made me feel a little better. But anyways, quickly I found out that, oh gosh, I don't want to do this for forever, right? I wanted to really do more and learn more, just in the field of accountancy and finance altogether. So Caterpillar had an opportunity for you to continue to grow. They have several opportunities actually. And one of those was that you can earn what they called a green belt. And when you earned a green belt, then the next thing you had to do was you had to have a project where you saved a certain amount of money in order to make your green belt official. And so I implemented a project that which allowed us to like do a deep dive at our accounts receivable, and it caused or it actually helped save the company over $20,000 in what we call ineligible discounts. So what was happening is Caterpillar had payment terms of net 30, but if you paid them in terms of net 10, you got a discount. And so their clients were on what we call like automatic drives. I think they call like EFTs. But all of them weren't paying in the net 10 terms, right? Like some of them were being drafted on 30 days, some were being drafted on 15 days, so forth, so forth. And so what I did was a deep dive to see like who was really paying us at net 10, right? And that's what it's called, EDI payment system. That's what it was. Y'all, it's been a minute. So I was like, who's really paying us at net 10? And come to find out, maybe one or two people, right? So what I did was reached out to the various organizations, accounts payable departments, and I was like, listen, these payment terms, you're getting a discount for net 10, but we're not really getting paid in net 10. So here's your true invoice, right? Until you get those payment terms where they need to be. So again, us doing that deep dive resulted in a savings of about $20,000, I think, over the course of about 3 months. So who knows, how much was generated once that continued. Um, so I was super excited about that. And that's when I knew like I wanted to do more than just debits and credits, right? I wanted to really make a change and I wanted to really save my organization some money, right? So from there, I dedicated my time and energy to like mastering the field of accountancy, building a solid foundation of knowledge and a skill set in accounting so that I can be a better accountant, right? Because as an accountant, you're responsible for managing financial records, ensuring that the company is compliant, and providing accurate reports to leadership, which is key, which is why I made that transition to CFO, and we'll get into that. So, again, I wanted to do more, right? I wanted to help my business truly thrive, not just manage the reports or manage the finances, okay? So, this is where I began to discover that there are other parts of finance or of accountancy. And this is where I was introduced to the FP&A team or the FP&A role, world, I should say. So I transitioned to another Caterpillar plant in Athens, and I was considered the inventory accountant at that plant. And one of my responsibilities was uploading the site's budget and then managing the site's budget. Now, y'all, this was a $30 million budget. Okay, so this was not a small budget. And this is my first time doing a job like this, of this magnitude, right? So I gained a lot of leadership skills. I gained an in-depth understanding of how all the moving parts of a budget, including how to create one and how often you should review it and update it. I gained all of that knowledge, all of that skill set while I was there. And the people were amazing. We had a small group, but very supportive, which makes a huge difference. But it was at this point that I was like, this is my calling, right? It was when I discovered that I wanted to pursue a career outside of debits and credits, right? So I began challenging myself and I began pivoting to finance driven careers, right? So once I found my love for finance, I soon learned that I also love teaching and helping others see the wonderful benefits of financial management, right? And so this is how I stumbled upon the idea of becoming a fractional or a part time CFO, right? So it's the idea of like providing strategic financial guidance to multiple small business owners on a part time or a project basis, right? That is what interests me. Okay. So it was the perfect opportunity to utilize the expertise that I had gained so that I can make a difference in various industries, right? So fast forward, I'm at Caterpillar, first exposed to this, finally getting my feet wet in FP&A, realizing no longer want to do accounting, don't want to do debits and credits. That bores me. Continue to move through the FP&A world as a senior finance analyst, working for other Fortune 500 organizations, and just continue to hone my skills, right? And perfect my skills, learn as much as I can from the leadership team, and just basically got to a point where I was like, okay, now I feel like I have enough tools. I have made enough connections, right? Also earned my MBA while doing this with the focus in finance because I was preparing for my exit. I wasn't one of those entrepreneurs that said, hey, just one day I woke up and felt like I wanted to change the world and I wanted to go into business for myself. That was not my story. It was very intentional. It was very thought out, and I did a lot of planning, right? And so I exit corporate America. I fired my boss in 2021. And then I started putting my skills and my knowledge to use, right? So I decided to take that leap and transition into the world of a fractional CFO, right? And I can honestly say that the challenges were immense. I had no idea. If you can think about it, not only am I challenging myself to be a fractional CFO for small business owners, meaning that now I have to learn their business, but then I'm also growing my business at the same time, right? So a lot of challenges, and I had to adapt my skills to meet a diverse needs of different businesses. However, y'all, the rewards were equally satisfying. So being able to sit down with a small business owner and do a review of where they started when we met and then where they are now, all of the things that we were able to accomplish and achieve together, it's like life changing, right? As a fractional CFO, I had the privilege of working closely with passionate entrepreneurs, other passionate entrepreneurs, and helping them navigate their financial complexities of their business, from anything from cash flow management to budgeting and forecasting. Like as a fractional CFO or as a part time CFO, I provide crucial insights and strategic recommendations that bring not only clarity but stability to their operations, right? So, witnessing the positive impact of my world on these small business owners is truly fulfilling, and seeing their revenues grow and their profitability improve and their dreams become a reality, that is what fuels my passion even more, right? So today I am proud to call myself a fractional CFO, and I'm constantly expanding my knowledge and honing my skills to stay ahead in the ever changing business landscape, because y'all know it's always changing, right? So I know this was definitely different from the tax takeover. I'm not filled with a bunch of tips, but definitely just walking you through my journey of how I was able to pivot or transition from an accountant to a fractional CFO, for small businesses. And it's also important that I share this with you because I feel like a lot of the services that we have at Five Finance are not being utilized by the public. And we want you to know that we do offer this service, okay? We do have 2 slots available. So if you would like to connect with us, we definitely are going to provide more information on how you can do that at the end, right? But for the entire month of July, guess what we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about what a fractional CFO service is, how they can help you more than double your revenues and increase your profitability, right? So you definitely want to make sure that you come back week after week, because we're going to be sharing with you how you can leverage the expertise and the skill set of having a part-time CFO in your business without breaking the bank, right? Because it can be expensive if you wanted a full-time CFO, okay? So again, thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. Thank you for spending time with me and just walking you through my journey as I transitioned from an accountant to a fractional CFO for small business owners. I encourage you that if you like this video, please make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you are subscribing to our YouTube channel. Every week, we love to share information that just lends to the success of entrepreneurs. Like, we're all about sharing the wealth of knowledge that we've been able to immense over the years. And we want to make sure that you are doing business the right way, right? And we want you to keep more of your money in your pocket while you're doing it, okay? Also, make sure that you are visiting our website. So you can visit our website, fivefinance.com. Again, I said I have 2 slots available. So make sure that you visit the website and book your discovery call to see if you'd be a good fit to be a part of our fractional CFO program. Okay. And last but not least, make sure that you are following us on these social media streets. You can definitely follow us on LinkedIn, where we also share a lot of good content for entrepreneurs. Okay. So, again, thank you so much for joining me on this not quite tax takeover Tuesday, but definitely I think it was a needed conversation to just walk you through my journey and give you a better understanding of some other services that Five Finance offers that I don't highlight all the time. Because again, I'm pretty sure all you knew I was accountant. All of you know I was tax strategist and enrolled agent, but you probably didn't know that your girl also provides CFO services. But now you know. So again, make sure that you connect with us on those platforms. And if you want to take advantage of our CFO services, I encourage you to visit the website, book your 5 discovery call today. Only 2 slots available. All right. Until next time, Five Finance family, you all have a wonderful and blessed Tuesday evening. All right. See you next week.